John Boehner, he's the Speaker of the House. He's a very, very tan man. And guess what? He is suing President Obama. That's right. He has had it with these executive actions that basically the Republicans have forced President Obama to take because they won't allow him to get any legislation to his desk to sign. And now they're saying he's overreaching. So Boehner is actually forming a lawsuit to sue the president over this. And President Obama is not too happy about it. And we've got some video.
You know, the suit is a stunt. But what I've told Speaker Boehner directly is, if you're really concerned about me taking too many executive actions, why don't you try getting something done through Congress? The majority of American people want to see immigration reform done. We had a bipartisan bill through the Senate, and you're going to squawk if I try to fix some parts of it administratively that are within my authority while you are not doing it.
Okay, so just to be very clear what's happening here, the Republicans are not giving him any legislation to sign, so he's trying to take power which is within his right, even though I've talked a lot about how I'm not for the executive actions and I believe in separation of powers and all that, but they're pretty much giving him no choice. He seems pretty pissed there. For Obama, that's actually pretty pissed, don't you think?
I agree. Well, he's right that it's a stunt, and it's got nothing to do with him. It's all about the fact that John Boehner knows how deeply the Tea Party hates him, and this is nothing more than a craven plea to the Tea Party to respect him by doing something disgusting. Obama has had significantly fewer executive orders than President Bush, which never bothered anyone.
Yeah,
and you know,
it's literally like 20% of what Bush did.
Yeah, and, you know, this is Agent Orange's whole thing. He's got nothing going. He has no legislative agenda whatsoever. And this is why when they want to talk about Obama having a low approval rating, well, Congress has a lower approval rating than chlamydia right now.
Chlamydia is like at 5, and Congress
is
is
a solid 15, because at least it's fun getting there, as opposed to John Boehner. So this is all. Look, when they were voting last year on who the Speaker of the House should be, there were several rather conspicuous protest votes against Speaker Boehner. Louis Gohmert actually voted for what's his face, the lunatic.
Ted Cruz?
No, not Ted Cruz. The Alan West.
Which lunatic? There's so many. Alan West.
Alan West is so his Thorazine flushed itself down the toilet. That's how crazy he is.
Well, he's out of a job now.
Yeah,
so
and he was out of a job then. Louis Gohmert voted for a guy who had been voted out of Congress to be the Speaker of the House over Speaker Boehner. He knows how deeply unpopular he is. His biggest ally was Eric Cantor, who wanted his job. This is John Boehner's desperation showing through, and it's not going to make the Tea Party like him anymore. And
that really didn't work out for Eric Cantor. So before we get into too much of the political minutia of this, did you know that they could even sue the president? Doesn't it seem like the worst possible? Like, our government's so dysfunctional. And by the way, you could sue the president.
Well, here's what I'm seeing Boehner being desperate. I'm seeing Obama being angry. And I feel like the best way to solve this is with reality television. I feel like a Judge Judy type show I would absolutely support a stunt like that if I could watch it play out on TV.
Yeah, what do we do about this? Because this is something we talk about every week on this, that just the branches of government no longer work, that Obama's being forced into this.
They work if you work it, not to sound like I'm in an AA room, but they work if you work it.
Right, but with the construct that we have now, just with the Republicans sort of being held hostage by the Tea Party, like, it's just nothing's working. So what do we do to make this work instead of going to idiotic lawsuits and forcing the president's hand to do things that a lot of people don't want him to do and that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, this is Obama's making it work. That's why he's doing this. The American people don't want to sit around and, you know, complain about the government. They want the government to do stuff for them, but it is in the interest of the GOP to make government as weak as possible. They serve the CEOs. The struggle in our country has never been conservative versus liberal. It's aristocracy versus democracy. And it is in the interest of the upper 1%, of the upper 0.01%'s evil half, to keep government from working. And I find it interesting, the same people who are trying to weaken government here are complaining that other countries view our government as weak.
I love that line. I saw you tweeted it earlier. It's a good one.
It's exactly what they do. They're getting exactly what they want. They want the gridlock. They want nothing to happen. Because if government works, that means democracy works. And if democracy works, that means the people are going to run this country, and that is not in the interest of these vassals of the Koch brothers.
So going to your reality show point, should we have more cameras around what's going on? Really? I mean, do you remember during the Obamacare debate, even President Obama said, we will have this all open open to everybody and we'll air it all on C-SPAN. Of course none of that happened. And I think the Democrats don't want it just as much as the Republicans don't want it. So really, shouldn't we have, not that it has to be a reality show where we're voting people off, although I think that's a pretty good idea, but shouldn't we have just more cameras around so some of this stuff is actually transparent?
Or at least a really well-made Netflix documentary. I mean, that changed everyone's mind on Romney. If that had come out before the election, things would have gone very differently.
I thought that mid-documentary was about an old baseball glove, and that would have been more interesting, actually.
You're right, though. And I think the Supreme Court should be on television. I think classrooms, I think public school classrooms should be on the internet. I think executions should be televised. We're paying for it. If you televised executions, you'd see the numbers on death penalty flip overnight.
So you think it would go down? I think people are so sadistic it might actually go up.
If these people who go to church and call themselves Christians, despite the fact that Jesus quite clearly spoke out against killing the sinner, he never mentioned birth control, never mentioned abortion, never mentioned gay people, did speak out about killing the sinner, rather specifically. If these people saw the murder that their tax dollars pay for, and by the way, I like that they don't consider it murder if the state does it. It doesn't get more big government than strapping a guy to a table and poisoning him to death.
Right.
And doing it in front of viewers, yes.
Although sometimes the guy that's actually doing the poisoning or the electrocution or whatever they're doing doesn't even know because they have them blindfolded.
I think taxpayers have a right to see as much of what they pay for as possible that doesn't jeopardize national security.
Yeah.
Let's also televise gay sex just so they know what they're missing out on.
That's the next step in the gay rights movement is televised gay sex. Sorry, John.
You guys are looking at the wrong porn sites if you don't know that that's already out there.